So nice to see you. This is Tanya here to talk about yarn today. I have a couple of videos. I'm gonna do this one plus another one. This first one is to talk about some of the yarn clubs I belong to. Well, some. I belong to two, Maxim and KnitCrate. I'll first talk about KnitCrate, and then I want to show you some of the things I've made this summer and my 2 works in progress that I'm doing so far. And so here we go. Now KnitCrate, I have a very tempestuous relationship with KnitCrate. This is my May KnitCrate, Audine Wool's Chill. It's called Let's Get Crazy. That's the name of this color. It's 90% Surrey alpaca. Isn't that beautiful? It's 90% Surrey alpaca, 10% cashmere. It's worsted weight and 150 yards for 100 grams. All of their yarns are hand wash. So there it is. Now I agree, it's really beautiful. It's incredibly soft, very, very soft. And you can see like the fuzz that's on it, very fuzzy. And so it is a lovely yarn. It's just not my color. And one of my issues with KnitCrate is they used to let you pick out a color style, and almost always I was energized me. I like bright colors a lot, especially on my for my accessories. For my base clothing, I'm a little more neutral, and then I like to make things pop with my accessories. And so I don't generally go neutral, which to me, lavender is a neutral. And so this isn't my style, but I can make something with it, especially since it's so soft. And you can see, it looks like it might have some really nice stitch definition. We'll see. So that was my May crate, which I got at the end of June. And now here is my double down that I got. This comes pretty quickly. Now this one was worsted. This one is supposed to be DK. Look how thick that is. I have a hard time buying that that's DK. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong many times before. It's nothing new, but there's Audine Wool's Bloom. This is my kind of color. So they give me, my last couple of crates are completely not my colors at all. So I bought something from the double down time, and this is me. I love it. And this color is called Blue Agave. It is 80% alpaca wool, 10% silk, and 10% camel. This is DK weight, in quotes. It's 231 yards, 100 grams, hand wash gently. So this is made in Peru and is just beautiful. So that was my double down. And fortunately, because I've ordered some double down to get the colors of these yarns that I like, I was able to get my next box, not July, because of course that's already paid for and I'll get it at the end of August, but I guess the one that I'll get at the end of September is going to be free. And after that, I suspect I'm not going to get any more KnitCrates. It's just too much for something where I don't get the colors that I want. So for example, with the May, and there really were only a couple of colors that I really liked, but like that blue, oh, that is so me. That color I would have loved. Now, of course, these neutrals down here wouldn't be my style either, but really not as the purple really isn't either. But fine, that's what you get, right? That happens every once in a while, except it just seems to be happening every time to me, which means maybe I'm fussy. Maybe? I don't know. I hope I'm not that fussy. And look, this doesn't have any holes in it. I can't believe it. Everything. My KnitCrate bags lately have had holes in it. So at least this one didn't have a hole in it. That's nice. And then look at the color I got. I was so upset. I saw so many people who got this color. It's not an uncommon color. Everyone seems to be getting it. When I saw all the unboxings, this was the color everyone was unboxing. And I was like, well, my stuff's coming later than theirs, so maybe I'm going to avoid that color. No, yay, here it is. I don't wear green. I don't like green anywhere near me. It tends to just pull from my face and make me look sallow. And same thing with yellows. You would think yellow would brighten up, but for some reason it drains my color. This color is Palm Springs. It's 50% alpaca wool, 25 Peruvian Highland / Merino wool blend, and 25% Surrey alpaca. It is DK weight. And this one does look DK weight. unlike that last one that said it was DK. They're cute. This is made in Peru as well. And you can see, I mean, it's a beautiful color. You can see depth, like lots of different little shades in there. It's gonna make some nice stitch definition, but it's obviously gonna have to be a present because it's not gonna be something I can wear, but hopefully someone else I know likes their greens. There's nothing wrong with green. I mean, obviously, look at that yarn. That is beautiful yarn. It's just not for me. And if I'm paying $20 a skein for yarn, I'd like to at least pick the colorway so I can at least ensure it's for me, that it's going to be something I might like. I would never have chosen this. And there have been times where I went with Energize Me instead of Chill, because I like Chill because I love blues. Blues are my favorite because I didn't want the green. And here I am with green and with lavender. And I can't remember which one came the month before, but I wasn't that thrilled with that one either. And again, at $20 a skein, it seems like I should get something I like a little bit more. So I think I'm wrapping up my time with KnitCrate. These are the possible color, and really there are only two colors I don't like on here. This tan down here and that green. Everything else I would love. And yet, of course, I got the green. Not that I'm bitter. I'm trying to let it go because it is beautiful yarn. I mean, that second yarn, this isn't quite as soft as that first one, but that purple one is so soft. It is amazing. It's beautiful, beautiful yarn. And I'll use it. I will definitely make something for myself out of that because there are some dresses that I can use something pastel like that. But anyway, that's my KnitCrates and my worries about KnitCrates. Now, Mary Maxim. I decided to try Mary Maxim because, and I did it back in May, and I did it, or maybe I started it in June, because I'd heard from other people, seen unboxings, and I thought, you know what, for $20, it was actually $10 for the package and then $5 for the shipping. And so I was like, for $15, I'll try it. Who knows? It might be something great. And this is my first one. This was the May one. I got it in June, but it was early June, so they gave me the May plus the June. Charged me obviously for both, but I got them both pretty quickly. So if that's a worry of yours, they did those together. I got them within like a week or two of each other. So maybe I did it at the end of May. Anyway, sorry. Here is the summer top. I wasn't interested in making a tank top like that, so I made something longer. This summer I have been obsessed with swimsuit cover-ups, things to come out of the pool with. And almost everything I've made this summer is related to that. And so this is the yarn. I had seen this yarn at Joann's and hated it. It was on great sale, and I went, no, not gonna get it because these little colored spots are a little rough. And I was like, I don't like anything rough up against my skin. I'm not having it. This is the papaya color, which is a color that I love. I do like my corals and oranges and things like that. This is papaya. It's a 4-weight. It's a little flat, almost tape like yarn there. It is 262 yards, 3.5 ounces, made in China. So I was wrong. I like this yarn. And actually it looks absolutely, they gave us 6 balls because they're very size inclusive. They say up to 2X, but I'll tell you, it runs a little big already. So I made a smaller size and it was still plenty large for me. And so I only used probably the equivalent of 4 balls because I have 2 little half ones and 1 full one left. So I'll probably make something fun out of that later. But this is what I made. What I made was supposed to be a swimsuit cover-up that was about mid-thigh. And as I wore it, it grew, it got longer and longer. Now it's like mid, is that the top or the bottom? That's the top. It's mid knee. Now I actually put on a little white thing underneath it and a white belt, and it looked super duper cute. So I might wear it as a dress, but right now I'm just wearing it as a cover up when I get out of the pool. And look at how cute this is. It is darling. It's just long. Look, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. And so it's really pretty. The pattern was super easy. Is easy to learn, easy to do. It was a very simple repetition pattern, and I'm so pleased with how it came out. At first, I was really upset that it grew so fast and kept getting longer and longer. But then it just, like I said, I wore it as a little dress, and I was like, cute as a dress. Now I can actually wear it during the winter as a little dress and during the summer as a cover-up. Yes, it's a long cover-up, but you know what? When I go to the store and I just want to throw something on, it certainly is not going to be make me feel uncomfortable. I'm definitely going to feel comfortable having that cover. I'll feel very very modesty. It would help a lot with my modesty while I'm out. So that is my first Mary Maxim, which was a huge happy thing for me. And then the next one came, and I was happy with this one too, because I had actually recently printed this pattern because I think it's so beautiful, so delicate, and I really wanted to make it. So it's nice when you get something with yarn for something that you really wanted to make anyway. And I got a pretty printed copy, better than my color printer. And so I have that. It's just so gorgeous. And then they have a second one. So they gave you 3 skeins of yarn, 2 for that one, and then this one to make a little V-stitch summer scarf out of a cotton yarn. So here's the cotton yarn for the summer scarf. It's super soft. It's beautiful. It's a little pink. Yes, pink and purple, not my first choice, but you know what? It'll be fun. That's a nice thing to me about accessories, things like scarf. They can be wacky and crazy, and if I'm just wearing something conservative, I can have fun with something on top of it. So I really like this. It's a 3-weight yarn. It's a little heavy for a 3-weight, but not bad. I mean, not like that other one. It's called Bridal Bouquet. It is a Giza cotton, painted cotton, and it has 100% cotton, 7.05 ounces, and 357 yards. So that's a lot of yardage in there. So it's really pretty, really soft. I think that's going to make a lovely scarf. But that's not all. There's a second little shawl in there. That shawl I showed you it's a red heart Yarnspirations pattern. And this is the yarn. Isn't that beautiful? It is a beautiful yarn. It's a 2-weight yarn, which is not my favorite, but it's a 2-weight yarn. The color's Parfait. It has 55% acrylic, 45% cotton. It's 5.29 ounces and 623 yards. That's a lot of yardage, but of course it is a smaller yarn. Here's my fear, and this is what makes me afraid to really use this yarn. If you have used this yarn, please tell me so, and tell me whether it was horrible to work with or not, because obviously it's not twisted at all, and so it's unwound all the time, and I'm just afraid my needle's just going to get stuck on it or my hook will get stuck on it over and over again. And so I'm a little worried about using it because it's just a mass of teeny tiny threads in there, and so I'm scared. I'm scared. And unfortunately, when I'm scared of a yarn, sometimes I just won't ever try it. And I'm hoping that's not the case, because I think that is gorgeous and I really want to make it. So if you've used that yarn, please tell me whether it was as horrible as I think it's going to be, because if so, I might just find another yarn to do that pattern with, because I certainly love that pattern. So that was June, and here is July. Now July, same yarn as the last one, but a different color scheme. And this pattern is so me. I love that bag. That is so cute. I can see myself just carrying that around, especially when I go to the store and I'm doing shopping, like a little produce bag. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. I really like it. I see myself using that all the time. My issue is that this yarn is way too pretty for that bag. It's so beautiful and so soft. It's the same one that I just showed you about with that 357 yards of 100% cotton. 3-weight is what they call it. And I love this yarn. It's so soft. To me, making a scarf out of it makes total sense because it's so soft up against the skin. But usually when I make bags out of yarn that has come in and is rougher than I like. Maybe like a wool, that sometimes wools really bug me and bug my hands. And so I might make a purse, something like that, that isn't going to touch my skin as much. Whereas this, I wouldn't mind this touching my skin all day long. It is just cozy and comfy. I might still go ahead and make the bag out of it, but we'll see. I really like this, and I love the pattern, so I look forward to making that pattern whether with that yarn or not. But the next thing I really want to show you are the bags that these come with. This one's a smaller one, but it has a pocket for your pattern, a place for your yarn. So what you can do is put your project in there while you're working and keep your needle in there, keep your pattern in there. Everything's in one place. If you zip it up, nothing is getting in it, other than you can't submerge it in the water. But if you have a spill, your dust, it's really dusty in my area, everything is protected in there. I was a little bougie about it when it first came in, and I was like, yeah, I don't use plastic bags like that. And then I used it and went, oh, okay, I love it. I had a spill. It was just water. It wouldn't have hurt anything, but still, it was protected while it was all in here. I kept my project, everything in one place. Super duper handy. So I personally recommend trying the Mary Maxim. I think it's worth a try. Maybe you already have so many patterns and you're just all set. But if you're like, I want something quick, they're relatively small things to do. Try it out. Especially the first month is only $15 after shipping and everything. Can hardly go wrong with that. After that, it's $20 each shipment. Maybe that's not worth it to you, but you might try giving that a try. KnitCrate, it's on you whether you want that one or not. Like I've already commented on some of my issues, but those are my 2 yarn club things. And I'm really thrilled to be getting at least the Mary Maxim. And I do love my KnitCrate yarn. Don't get me wrong. And the next thing I'm going to show you are some of my finished summer projects that I am so proud of. This is my boho shawl. Yes, if you've watched me before, I've made a couple of other boho shawls. I love this pattern. It's so easy. I can do it just sitting there watching a show. I usually listen to audiobooks while I'm crocheting, but with this pattern, I can actually just watch a show because it comes so naturally to me and it's so easy to do. And so you can see that this yarn is stunning. Stunning. It's on sale at Premier Yarns. It fades from a white with flecks of blue to blue with flecks of white. I don't know if we call that blue or blue-green. I have issues with my colors where that goes. But you can tell that it's just absolutely gorgeous. And it's the thing you can't see is how soft it is. It is one of the softest yarns. And at that price point, can't be beat. I think right now it's on sale at Premier Yarns for $5.50 a skein. It's called Cotton Supreme DK Sea Spray, and it is the best, one of the best yarns I've ever used. It's soft, it's cozy, it's squishy, and the stitches look beautiful. And I love it very, very much. So much so that after I bought this, I went and bought a bunch more of this color. Unfortunately, they didn't have this color, but so I had to finish up with a couple of other little yarns to finish it. But I love this yarn. I bought as much of it as I possibly could, and I'll tell you about that in a separate video. But so that's one. Those are 2 of my projects I have finished. The other thing I've done, it is a Premier pattern. What is it called? The Trellis shawl. Now you're going to see this and go, it doesn't look like any trellis shawl I've seen. It's because I do not like elongated triangle scarves. I thought I did, and I'd made one a long time ago, and I assumed I didn't like it because I was really inexperienced at it, and it was small. And I thought, well, maybe I just don't like small ones. I just will make this one bigger. So I got a nice big yarn. I got a Caron Cotton Cake on a really great sale. This is obviously a different color. This is the color I used. I used 1 skein plus this is what's left of the second one. And you can tell this thing is ginormous. Here's the tip. And I just kept going and I thought, okay, I hate it. I think I was supposed to stop right about here. And I was like, but I can't because I put it on my body and I hated it. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to make it bigger. Maybe because I'm a bigger person, which I am. Maybe if it's bigger, I'll like it more. No, it just was bigger and I didn't like it. And so I just was not. I mean, look at how it's big. It's really big. And so I just got bigger and bigger without being nicer to me. And so what I did is I reached a point and I was like, okay, I either have to give this away to someone or I need to try to salvage it. And I tried to salvage it by then doing decreases. And as I did the decreases, I made a second end. Now it's an asymmetrical scarf because it does not have, it's not nearly as long on this side as it is on the other, but it made me like it. I love this scarf now. Shawl, ginormous shawl. And I just love it. I love wearing it. I have it on upside down. I love wearing it. It is comforting. It's a cotton, acrylic blend, and it just feels substantial, and it has a nice warmth to it, but not too much warmth. And you can flip over on both sides, and can you just see, it looks so pretty and it feels so nice on. I'm thrilled with it. I love this thing. And the trellis shawl, if you do like the elongated triangle shawls, you will probably like this. Now I have a lovely, not asynchronous, but I have this lovely shawl that is a little unusual, but really, really beautiful. I'm very happy with it. So that was a project I was absolutely positive I was going to hate. And yet I got this beautiful asymmetrical shawl that is gorgeous, wraps around nicely, and I'm gonna love this fall and winter. Now this last one I made for the 4th of July. Woo! It's another Premier Yarns pattern. It's called the Elena pattern, and I love it. It's so pretty. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be. Oh my gosh, my stuff is so pretty, but it is. This is a red, white, and blue. This is the arrow tip of it. Then you go down, and I made this super, super, super duper long because I wanted to be able to use it in different ways. I wanted to wrap it around myself. So part of the time when I wore it, 4th of July, I just did this, and I just wrapped it around, and you have all the beautiful little tips of it, as well as the nice, my different colors there. So the Elena pattern, if you haven't tried it yet, it's a really lovely pattern. This is my second time, making something with it. And I really do enjoy it. It is a pattern that once you get the hang of it, it just goes and like nothing. So that is made with this yarn. This yarn I got from Hobium, and I love it. Now, when it came, I was so mad. These were only like $2 something each on sale. It's the Lamia Bamboo 220 after all my discounts and stuff. But look at that teeny tiny ball. It's 50 grams, and it's just, I have small hands in it. It's tiny. And I was so mad when I saw this. I mean, it's beautiful. It's silky. It's shiny. You can see the sheen on it. But you can't feel how silky soft it is. It's 100% bamboo, and I love it. A lot of it went pretty far. I mean, I know I have some, well, I obviously have some yarn left over. You can see the vibrant colors. They all have just a beautiful sheen to them. I love this yarn. It's small but mighty and goes a lot further than you would think. You can see the shine on it. Doesn't split. This yarn is a dream to work with. So if you're looking for something that has a nice sheen to it, a very silky feel, you might try that Lamia. All right, last thing is actually, I'll show you my two things. Oh no, wait. I'm gonna show you my washcloths very quickly. These for Mother's Day, here's one of my washcloths, Granny Square. One of the things I asked for Mother's Day was for my family to buy me yarn so I could make washcloths because all our old ones were starting to get a little raggedy. And so my daughter picked out this color for me, one of my daughters, and this is an extended waffle stitch. I call it extended, but you know what? I think this is the waffle stitch most people use. It has 3 double crochets across the way, and this is, I think, a standard one. I'm not that fond of it, but my family loves the standard. I prefer the waffle stitch with the squares, which have 2 double crochets across, and they just make little squares. And to me, this is the ideal washcloth pattern. It has a nice texture to it, nice thickness to it. I really like that pattern. And let's see, this yarn is the one my daughter picked for me, and I hadn't tried the seed stitch yet. And so that's what I do with a lot of my washcloths is I pick a stitch I haven't tried and just make a washcloth out of it, because you do a nice little 8x8 square just to test the stitch, and when you're done, it's a washcloth. And now this it looks like it would have a lovely drape if you used it, because look, it came out very thin and has a lot of flow to it and nice drape. So I think this would make a good garment with this stitch. So now for the future, I know I should make something out of that. Now this is the yarn my husband chose. Isn't it manly? And this is just another yarn that actually I had already. I like that one. And now I got in one of my mystery boxes from, I can't remember where from, I got a scrubby yarn, and I hate scrubby yarns. I think they just look messy and old and raggedy. So what I did is I took I had a rainbow yarn, and I mixed them together, and it makes a nice thick, it's very thick. And I made a bigger one, but then this was what I had left over, and the kids stole the big one right away. And just love it. It works really nicely. We only use ours in the bath. We don't use them in the kitchen, so it might make a difference on what you make. This, I decided to do a combination of bobble stitches and single. So that is a really pretty one there. And I knitted this one. I don't knit very often because I'm so slow with it. And this is a Bag-A-Day crochet pattern. She does it with a rainbow, and it's beautiful, but I just didn't feel like going from yarn to yarn. So I just did a striped cotton, and I think it came out so nice. So Bag-A-Day crochet, I'll put the link down below for that one. And that is that. I have one more thing to show, and then I'll be all done. And I'll show you, this one's a work in progress. I am working on, this is Wilmade. If you haven't checked out her website, I'll put the link below. I have been wanting to do this for a long time. This is a V-Stitch cardigan. It's made all in one piece so far, and now I'm doing the front ribbing, and then I'll make the sleeves. But I love it so far. I think this is going to be gorgeous. I have this yarn is the yarn I'm using for it. It's called Squad Goals, and it's from Audine Wood's Twinkle DK. It's 80% merino wool, 10% cashmere, 10% stellina, 250 yards, 100 grams. And look at that sparkle. Isn't it so pretty? And so I have that. And that I have one more, but it's not a crochet project. And this one is the thing that I have been working on since the dawn of time. Well over a year, probably 2 years now. And look how much I have done. It's comical. It is absolutely ridiculous. I am the slowest knitter on the planet, but it is still something I will go to. I'll go to and just sit and work on it for like an hour, and I'll probably do about 1.5 inches or so. It's a little embarrassing, but I still enjoy working on it, and that's what matters, right? I hope you are creating, because we are makers, us crocheters and knitters, we are makers. And so I hope you're enjoying your making and making some wonderful projects. And I will keep an eye out. I'm going to make a video showing some of the stuff I've gotten from Premier and from Hirschner's. And some of it, I highly recommend you get. It's on super sale and just gorgeous. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely day.